Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Shifts and Pucks News Pack for Friday, July 29th. As we head into a long weekend, of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com Shifts and Pucks. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. As, of course, we head into the long weekend here. Hope you're staying cool, staying hot. You're enjoying some more relaxing time with your friends and family as we get ourselves ready for that. We'll a few things going on, not a heck of a lot. Big signing today, but I wanted to start with Hockey Canada. Of course, we had the two hearings. We had hearings on Tuesday. We had with Sport Canada, and then on Wednesday we had Scott Smith and the CHL commissioners, Dan McKenzie, and then David Branch, Ron Roberts, and Gilles Dufour, the commissioners of the O8, David Branch, commissioner of the OHL, Ron Robertson, commissioner of the WHL, and the commissioner of QMJHL as well, uh, and go through a interview along with the chief financial officer for Hockey Canada in a 3-hour session. All of the parties agreed. And when you get all of the political parties agreeing on one thing, you have done something. But there's definitely a feeling of a need of a change of leadership. Sheldon Kennedy tweeted that out on Tuesday. And now minor hockey organizations are starting to step into this. Article in the Globe and Mail. Um, uh, um, the Quebec regional hockey associations are scheduled to meet with Hockey Quebec on August 3rd to discuss the portions of funds that have been used to settle sexual abuse claims. Um, the Grimby Minor Hockey Association has voted unanimously to suspend its payments in response to Hockey Canada's management. That's also in there as well. Um, and of course, Daryl Fowler was also interviewed in the article, and he told the Globe that concerned parents in McLellan want to know how the money they paid to Hockey Canada was used by the organization. So now we're getting questions from parents. Now we're getting questions from minor hockey associations about how the money is being used here. So it might be a long weekend for a lot. Of course, it's everybody. It's a long weekend, and you want some relaxation. But the definite heat is on Hockey Canada here, and with Sheldon Kennedy and the government calling for resignations. As much as Scott Smith says that he can feel that he can lead this role, the confidence towards Scott Smith, the confidence towards the board of directors, the confidence before Hockey Canada as a whole is not there. And that will be very interesting. Something interesting as well, and we'll touch on this in a quick second with the ECHL affiliate, the Calgary Flames here. A tweet from Ian Kennedy last night struck a bit of a nerve for some here, and that is this tweet here. As I just pull this up, the NHL's Seattle Kraken announced affiliation with the ECHL's Kansas City Mavericks. It's pertinent to ask their stance on Casey signing convicted rapist. I'm directing, quoting Ian Kennedy's tweet here. Convicted rapist Ben Johnson. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison from the 2013 rape while playing with the OHL Windsor Spitfires. So, all of this is coming to the forefront, whether it's Hockey Canada, whether it's hockey in the United States, whether it's hockey in general, right now. So, some big questions going on with that. Now, to speak of the ECHL, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. The Kansas City Mavericks have moved on from the Calgary Flames to the Seattle Kraken. Really good article in Flames Nation about what the players that have been impacted. This is written by Paige Seward, wrote this article, and So, I mean, there wasn't a lot of highly ranked rated Flames prospects, but however, it was part of the goaltending development, according to this article. Uh, Tyler Parsons, David Riddick, John Gillies, Eddie Lack, Mason McDonald, Nick Schneider got were looking to get playing time. Mason McDonald is an example: 63 games, 34, 24, and 4, and for 2 seasons, and including a goalie fight. And of course, the recent prospect Daneli Cheklev, pronounce it if I'll spell it Checheleb, Daniel Chekalev. He played a few games with Stockton, but he was a number one goaltender with the Mavericks. Mike McTurgy, Coltrane Wilson, Hunter Smith got times there as well. And of course, by the way, the Edmonton Oilers ended their affiliation with the Wichita Thunder, so the Oilers are also looking for that. So we'll be seeing what the Flames do. There are teams that do not have an ECHL affiliate, so could be that there are 3 teams that do not have from the ECHL that do not have an NHL affiliate, and so what some teams have been able to do is just put some of their players there in the ECHL and not necessarily put them on loan, but not necessarily have a team affiliate, but just a loan in some cases. In other cases, they do have teams. All the Eastern Conference do have a team. But for the West, there's 8 teams now when you include the Oilers in that sort of discussion there. So it's Calgary, LA, St. Louis, Vancouver, Winnipeg, St. Louis, Nashville are the teams without an ECHL affiliate. The 3 ECHL teams without affiliates: Greenville, Wichita, and Allen. Of course, Wichita now with leaving the Oilers. So that's what's going on there. A couple of other signings today in the National Hockey League. John Klingberg, who parted ways with his longtime agent Peter Wallen, went with Newport Sports. Looks like he's going to sign according to reports, a 1-year deal worth approximately $7 million. 29 years old. Of course, got under the Flames' skin with fights with Matthew Tkachuk during that Dallas Star Calgary Flames series. 22 minutes of ice time in 4 games, averaged 47 points of the campaign, and 374 points. 8th, by the way, in scoring for defensemen during that span. So I think one thing I just was thinking about today, who would have thought that John Klingberg would have got less years than Eric Gabranson and Nikita Zadorov? Zadorov with 3 multi-year contract, Gabranson 4 years, $4 million to go to Columbus. So that is what's going on with John Klingberg there. Of course, 6 goals, 41 assists. I mean, if you plus minus is a debated stat for a lot of people, minus 28 last season. So we'll see, but that's the Ducks were at the cap, need to get to the cap floor. John Klingberg helps them with that. And if the Ducks do not have any intention of contending, Klingberg becomes a quick trade chip that they can move at the trade deadline for other assets. So good signing for the Anaheim Ducks. Owen Tippett was also a signature today, signed today with the Philadelphia Flyers. He was part of the Claude Giroux trade with the Florida Panthers. It's a 2-year, $3 million contract, 1.5 average AVVP, 1.25 in 2022-23, according to Puckpedia, 1.75 in 2023-24. He's 23 years old, so that will be, he's going to be part of the Flyers organization. 10 goals, 21 points in 63 games last season. So that is the news for today. Also, one other thing, David Pagnotta did a note today from the fourth period that there is talks heating up on Patrick Kane. Dallas appears to be one of the teams that are mentioned there, according to Pagnotta's report. I'll just read that tweet as here. Hearing the Blackhawks have been engaged in trade discussions with teams about Patrick Kane. Dallas among the teams that are most recently interested. So I guess that's something that we could keep an eye on. If Patrick Kane being, of course, the Blackhawks selling off all of their assets to rebuild, going. That is what's going on there. So that is the news for today. Of course, you can follow us all individually on Twitter. Sean Beardy Canuck 03, Tyler TNOBLE, Devin Gordhow 09, Christian Schneid's SCHNEIDZ. I am KEVOLE, Shifts and Pucks on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. We'll talk to you all very soon. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.